But just in general, here's some things to think about and probably questions that you want to ask your builder too as you kind of line this up to make sure you take advantage of everything you should have.
This is Las Vegas Real Estate Now with local real estate expert Harvey Blankfeld.
Okay.
And you mentioned the first most obvious one, which is generally that 1-year bumper-to-bumper warranty.
Right.
And that covers generally literally everything down to paint or trim or cosmetics, which you may think are cosmetics, but still important too, workmanship as we call it.
Yep.
And that's usually the window of time that we do inspections based upon those items that you can then submit to the builder for correction, even down to some of those workmanship issues that we talked about.
Yeah, and I'd like to, even like after the client's been in, like the 10-month mark or the 11-month mark, have that inspection done, and then you hand that list over to the builder.
It's a punch list. Here, my inspector just did an inspection. Here you go, Mr. Builder. Fix this stuff. And basically, and if you give the inspector the parameters of which, everything, this is beyond actually a normal resale inspection because we're looking at aesthetic items too. We're looking at little, whatever, scratches or whatever.
Right.
A lot of times they'll fix that for you too.
Yep. Or do two. A lot of times we'll do one at the
Very beginning.
Very beginning, and then we'll do a second one. And I probably shouldn't even advertise it, but we do a little discount for that second one if people do that second one too.
Nice.
That's smart.
Yeah.
I know. I mean,
it is nice. If
and
you're
I
gonna
think
do two with.
recently I had a new home inspected because it was a really big home, and I just didn't want the buyer or myself to be solely responsible for that walkthrough. And I know you helped us with that. And because it was such a large home, there's so much to cover. There's just, and then there's also that excitement and the anticipation for the buyer. They're all giddy and excited about getting in the home. They're really not going to be as scrutinous as I maybe like them to be when you get into the home. So it's always good to have Ben or a home inspector come through with that eye for the details. So that's why I like to bring Ben for those as well. On a new home inspection, so a typical new home inspection right now, let's say I'm buying a 3,000 square foot home. What's generally the cost on that, Ben, for a full home inspection right now?
Oh, what are we charging? And here's the other thing we do too, is we actually price our new home inspections the same as we do our resale inspections.
Okay.
And a lot of people who do specialized new home inspections upcharge those.
Right.
Because there's more insurances that we have to have, there's more paperwork that we have to file, things like that. So
okay, good.
We actually just price them right along with our resale inspections.
So whatever your normal price, so there's no bump.
So it's the same, $400 odd or so that we normally do resale
Some
inspection
of the new home builders are offering solar or including solar. So how do you handle that?
With solar, well, pretty much again the same way we would handle it on a resale. So what we do with solar is we do look at the equipment, we check it for damage, we see how it's installed, and then as far as the actual function of it, you sort of have to look at the production history. Now, if it's a brand new home, it probably doesn't have a production history yet, but it does have all that warranty that we were talking about too.
Yeah.
So that's a big part of that.
And what about the appliances in the home? Sometimes they're like a different warranty, aren't they? Sometimes they, the dishwasher, the stove, and
they usually leave you the manufacturer thing to fill out, so that then you can apply for the warranty through them. And sometimes there's an extended option to extend the life of, like, the AC unit or the appliances.
Exactly. Yeah. So your appliances and probably your HVAC equipment that has extended manufacturer warranty.
Okay.
On that too. But a couple that you really want to ask about from the builder. Some builders offer leak warranty that goes beyond the first year.
Leak like roof leak, or leak like any leak?
Any leak. Any leak. So like a plumbing leak. So if you have a plumbing related leak, depending exactly what the cause was from it, ask your builder about that one, because some builders do offer that.
That's awesome.
And that's nice. So if there is an issue, then instead of maybe having to go to your homeowner's insurance, some of that can be handled through the builder. And structural warranty. So most builders go
10
usually
years?
10 years on
10 years.
structural warranty. Yeah. So if something crops up structure-wise,
structure being the framing and the slab and things of that nature, and so